Alright, so this week we're going to be looking at SPX, the S&P 500. Keep in mind we're not looking at SPY, we're looking at SPX. Very similar in a way, but not exactly. Anyway, as we can see, we have the chart pulled up for last week. Today is November 20th, and we're going to be looking at this chart from Monday, November 14th. So 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, and today is Sunday. So, as we can see just by looking at it, there are several trends in this market. There are bearish trends and there are bullish trends. It seems like the best day of the week to trade would have been Tuesday, just because there's a huge drop in the market over here. But all of this really depends on your trading psychology, how you trade when you enter and when you exit a trade. With our indicators, we've made it easier. However, there still is risk involved, and it's not like if you have the indicator, then you're all set and you know what to do. You still have to develop the experience in trading, you still have to develop the psychology and the ability to enter the trade at the right moment and to close out at the right moment and to stay in during moments of uncertainty. So it seems like if we were to speak about the easiest day to trade, it probably would have been Thursday, or it could have been Tuesday. The most difficult day of the week to trade, it would have probably been Wednesday, just because the market wasn't moving that much. However, you could have still been very profitable if you knew what you were doing and if you knew when to exit these trades. So let's just zoom in to Tuesday first, because I like Tuesday. Tuesday was a good day to trade. Now, many people, when they trade, a lot of people, a handful of people, trade only during the first few hours of the day. They might only trade from 9:30 to about 12 o'clock. So that's until here. So let's say somebody did that if they only traded the first half of the day. They could have been profitable. They could have made minor profits depending on where they exited the trade. If it was me personally, I would have entered over here, exited over here. But if they stayed in the trade for the entire day, if they stayed in the markets for the entire day and entered into a put around 9:15 and held on to it, they would have been fine. As we can see over here, the market went back up. As soon as it goes back up and it breaks maybe this level, it hit this level twice, it broke and went up. Around here might be a good area to exit, but all of this takes practice and all of this takes time. So during the trade, there are moments of uncertainty. People get very shaky. They don't know what is going to happen next. The reason why is because they don't know exactly when to enter and when to exit a trade. Let's zoom into the beginning of the day now. As we can see, the beginning of the day might have been kind of difficult to trade, just because here could be an entry, an exit, entry, an exit, an entry, exit. See, many entries and exits over here. I'm not saying that every time the candlestick changes color is a moment to trade. I'm not saying that at all, because as we can see over here, this would be a horrible area to place a put, and you can almost, if you enter over here, you can lose a little bit. And we want to have as many winners as possible, or we want to have break evens. We want to have big winners and we want to have break evens. Maybe some small winners, maybe some small losses, but no large losses. And that's what the indicator is good for, because it helps you do that. It prevents large losses. Anyway, see, enter, exiting over here, and then just holding on to it for the rest of the day. So, yeah. Let's move on to another day. Maybe an easier day to trade. As we can see, Monday seems like a very easy day to trade. But let's go to Thursday. As we can see, Thursday is a lot easier to trade. And even more. Might enter into a call, close out quickly, enter into another call, close out, enter into a put, a call, can be another put, and just exiting this trade. So as you can see, moments like this, when the market is when the candlestick is breaking our line and going above it and going below it, are the moments of uncertainty. This is where people might get hesitant. This is where people might lose money. Now, it only seems like a little bit, but if people only have a little bit to trade with, that becomes a lot. So it really just depends on how much money you have as well. Let's say you have an account of worth, I don't know, $2,000. You only have $2,000 in your account. That's it. You only have $2,000 in your account. So you want to be very careful. So let's say you get into a put over here and you end up losing, no, let's say you end up getting into a call over here, and it goes down, and you freak out and you close out over here and end up losing $300. $300 to account with only $2,000 in it is a large amount. $300 with an account with $30,000 in it, it doesn't make that much of a difference. But the reason why I'm saying this is obviously the more money that you have, the better. I would recommend at least $26,000 or $25,000 in a margin account. If you don't know what that is, you can head over to our website and we can talk about it to start off with. And then moving from there, and then creating a buffer. So I don't want to get into the details of this right now, just because it's a short little YouTube video. But as we can see, the next trade after that, enter into a call, just holding on to it, whether you exit over here or whether you just hold on to it over here and exit, over here, or just even exit over here, you would still be in profit. And getting into the last one, so a lot of people, back to what I was saying, a lot of people only trade the first few hours of the day, but the chances of you making more increase if you stay in the markets the entire day. Keep in mind, in order to not be flagged as a day trader, you need to have a margin account over $25,000. So with that being said, we're gonna stop here. This is SPX for this previous week. If you have any questions, head over to our website, head over to our Instagram. I'll be more than glad to help you.